forgiven. Thanks for love, shining light from heaven above. We lift each voice, we rise and sing for the joy this season brings. The coming Grayson show, it's time to shine. Hope and healing, stories divine. Tune in now, let your spirit glow. Thanks for giving, let the whole world know. On the coming Grayson show.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you tuned into the Cammie Grayson Show. And I have a very special guest. I just met her today. Been trying to meet her forever, Miss Sebrina Brown. Welcome to the show.
Well, as I do on my show, thank you for joining me or inviting me for a cup of tea.
She brought the expensive tea here.
The girlfriend's tea.
I'm all classy now. I got the girlfriend's tea over here. Boy, let me tell you, and it's good too. So tell us about you and who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Sebrina Brown. I'm the founder and CEO of Girlfriend's Tea. And I started Girlfriend's Tea during COVID. I mean, I think everybody did. But I started it right before COVID. Mm-hmm. Didn't know that we were going to be on lockdown. So, of course, my platform was loaded, everybody's platform. But I was definitely one of the first who weren't professional reporters doing it. And so I had like 100 people all in Zoom because we were all on lockdown. But I've since, evolved. I did the podcast. I'm going back to doing my podcast. I've been focusing on my tea and my tea talking togetherness events.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She has a great event that's coming up, actually.
Right. Saturday, December 6th. If you're in Hampton Roads or you just want to come down and have a girls' time, it's our Christmas tea. It's going to be on Saturday, December 6th at the beautiful Mustard Seed place that was just designed with women in mind. Have you been in it yet?
Yes.
It is gorgeous.
I went to a big, I guess it was their big event. It was a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And it was a charity event. And it was really, really nice. I saw the girls, the one who got started, the lady's daughter who got married.
To my Dr. Reddix and Anissa? Yes.
Yes. And so that was nice. I had never,
right.
And Tawana Golson.
I know Tawana. Beautiful person.
That's my baby. She embraced me when I first moved here.
Did you go to the ball that she did?
I did not get to
I was
the
there.
ball.
It was my first time.
Oh my gosh.
It was
I
nice.
had a cute little dress and I was going to be looking like a little servant, but the person I had with me, she had car problems. And so I had to go save her. But yeah, I wanted to go to that so bad. I had my little dress all together. And so, but I'll get to make the next one.
Sure. It was my first time.
So tell me, what was the experience? Did everyone dress up?
Oh, yes. Everyone dressed up. I had on something. I wasn't like everybody else, but I did had on a gown basically, mm-hmm. but I didn't do the period.
Okay.
Because I went out looking for costumes
and it's hard to find.
I just figured why pay all the money if it's not becoming. I even ordered a couple of things from Amazon, but it didn't fit me right. No. So I dressed up. I had on a gown, but I wasn't in period.
Okay, right. Yeah, it was nice. I've never experienced that before.
Again, it was very nice.
Here, and I was like, well, maybe this is something they do, So,
I think she did it 2 years before. I don't think she did it every year. I think she waited 2 years. I don't know if she's going to do it another 2 years, but I really enjoyed it. And the food was delicious.
Oh, my goodness. I missed it.
Yes, well, you missed a wonderful event.
I'm sure we have bumped heads a whole bunch of times.
We probably have. Yeah. It's a small world.
It is, especially here.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's go talk more about your event. So what can a person expect if they for this event?
I'm glad you said that because many women ask, should I wear a fascinator? And my saying, which I will coin, is no. Just come as your fascinating self. Fascinating, period, whether you would have fascinated or not. So I'm not traditional, but I feel that I have to wear one since I'm Girlfriend's Tea. But I really don't. Honestly, I don't care for fascinators. I like a hat, a nice hat, but I wear them. And, everybody, the women just come as they are. Some of them are very casual. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You want the bodies there. So what can you expect? You can expect tea, delicious tea. As you were drinking, unapologetically berry.
There you go.
It has elderberries and currants, absolutely flavorful. So you expect delicious tea, a good meal. So we always have, the salmon, the chicken, or the vegan option, and they have the shrimp option.
Mm-hmm.
And then normally we have a speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get into it, as you know, but I was going to slide in a speaker at the last minute. But this one is our Christmas tea.
Yeah.
And so I have Tamaya J. I love her. I don't know if you know Tamaya Carter.
No.
Oh, she's a beautiful singer, gospel. She's beautiful, period, but her music.
Oh,
and then
wow.
Denise Nicole, she sings opera. So we're just going to have some nice Christmas music, and I'm going to dialogue with the women.
Oh, nice.
So this would be an
Nice.
opportunity for the women to be the guests.
Yeah.
And we're just going to have it's a moment of unity.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I was telling you earlier when I did my etiquette with the kids. Oh
Yes.
my gosh, and we did. I mean, I had those kids. They had their little high heels on and their little frou-frou stuff.
Aren't they adorable?
They were adorable. They were adorable. And so to see the actual adults, you know, enjoying the tea, you see that on TV. You don't really
Yes.
see. You don't get to be a part of that in real life
Right.
a lot. You know. So thank you for putting on those type of events.
Oh, I love it. I did 6, but I think I'm going to scale it back probably to 4
Mhm.
because every other month, you know, you're putting on a tea. So I probably do 4. I've decided I'll do 4 because it's a lot. It's a
I
lot.
can imagine. I can imagine because you have to do the whole setup and
Mhm.
you know the real china and
Right.
all that good stuff. So, but it's worth it though. I know people
It
walk
is.
away and they're going, "Oh my gosh, this was so much fun."
I mean, I thank God for it. I'm not saying because of Girlfriend's Tea. It's just the women.
Mhm.
I mean, the real China, to be quite honest, is the women.
Mhm.
You know, it really is because when you just allow women to just anywhere unfold and just connect,
Mhm.
you find out so much more.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Do you find that the unity in women now is stronger now than it was before?
I don't know if it's stronger. What I've found as we age, and I can speak for myself, as we get some millennials.
Mhm.
The millennials come and some younger, but as we've aged, we just know who we are, and I think that's so very important. There's something about a refined woman,
Mhm.
and that's where I am now. I know exactly. I know my highs and I know my lows,
Mhm.
and we are more open to me
Mhm.
because we can identify. We're not finding ourselves. We know
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might grow a little bit,
Yeah.
but we pretty much
Much
know
where we are, yeah.
where our pluses and minuses are, and we know how to navigate that
Mhm.
so that everything remains as is because we know.
Yeah.
And so we
Yeah.
try to work on that if we care,
Right.
if we're cognizant of
Absolutely.
it. So there's nothing like women coming together who have something to bring to the table as far as life experiences.
Mhm.
Not everyone can share about their job or their
Right.
skill
right.
sets.
Yeah.
But when you've been through a few things, you know, it just
that's a whole
helps you
different
to
beast. Yeah.
relate more
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
to life difficulties.
Yeah. You know, we were talking not too long ago, a lady that I interviewed, and she had life difficulties
Mhm.
and you know, domestic violence and all
Mhm.
kinds of things like that. And you always think that your story is passionate, right? And then you talk to someone else and you're like, wow, you know, this lady survived that. I don't know if I could have.
Right.
And so it's just so good to be able to have a platform like what you have to give women that avenue, because a lot of times you don't talk about it, you know.
Right.
It stays at home.
It stays at
Vegas,
home.
You know, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. The same
Right.
thing with different aspects of what women go through.
Exactly. I'm glad you share that because in my earlier days, well, I've done the podcast. 3 times I've interviewed women about domestic violence.
Mhm.
And there might be some things I would never put myself in, but you don't put yourself in that.
Mm.
You don't know until you know.
Until you know.
But
yeah.
another topic that women don't like to talk about, anybody really, male and female, is child sexual abuse.
Mhm.
So when I did my podcast a couple of years ago, I shared that I was sexually molested
Mhm.
as a child. 1 in 4 girls, according to the Centers for Disease Control
Mhm.
and Prevention, have been sexually molested.
Mhm.
But most don't talk about it. And it's not called rape. You know,
Right, right.
it's not called rape because when you hear rape, it's like a stranger.
Yeah.
But child sexual abuse is normally
It's
someone
rape.
the person knows.
It really
It
is
is,
the same
but
thing.
they call it They don't call
yeah.
it that, but that's exactly
And that's
what
the
it
hard
is.
part about it.
But not all of it, not all definitions, the categories for child sexual abuse doesn't have to be intercourse. It could be exposing a child to pornography just because you're watching it. Or it could be just touching.
Yeah.
But either way is inappropriate.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, and that's one thing, again, they don't talk about it.
No.
You know, family members, you know, you're trying to break up the family.
Yes.
So,
my goodness.
Stop lying, you know,
Yes.
just to cover up. But really, you know, at the end of the day, how safe are you from the person that is allowing that to happen? You know, it gets way deeper than that, because that cycle,
It continues.
it continues. Yeah. So if they happen to them, they feel like that's, you know, it's okay. That happens, you know. And so that's what we have to sort of help break the cycle, especially with these younger people. They have to know that that's not good. It's not right. You know, you don't have to be in that environment. So,
Absolutely.
so yeah. But man, I'm telling you. See, and then we talked about etiquette, right?
Right.
How often do women get to learn etiquette, the real etiquette?
Well, probably not often.
Not
You know,
often.
wasn't taught unless they went through a girls' organization that teaches, you know, proper etiquette. You know, you were a debutante. I was never a debutante or anything like that. So I wasn't taught it. But for me, and I do understand that, but not everyone, it depends if you're in that circle. Not everyone knows the details, but do you have any type of manners at the table? That's really what it boils down to.
Right.
I don't think anybody's paying attention to how the fork is or where the napkin is. But, you know, I saw someone floss at the table, and you just do not, and left the string on the table.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I just think people it depends
Yeah.
on what setting you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you clean up? Are you talking with food in your mouth? Those are the huge no-nos.
Especially being a woman, again. So going back to that, I remember with the girls and kids, I remember we went to see The Color Purple. See The Color Purple. And they invited us, you know, for dinner. So it was a very nice upscale. And you could tell the kids that made it to my etiquette class and the kids that were not in my etiquette class.
Right.
Girl, they made lemonade at the table.
Oh, no, they didn't get the water and the sugar and the lemon. And you know what? I remember, I don't get it now. I was in a restaurant and all I wanted was hot water, because I love hot water.
Mm-hmm.
I could drink glasses of hot water. I just love it. And the server was saying, "Are you going to make lemonade?" They couldn't understand it. First, they brought it to me in a glass, a glass, not a mug. And I said, "Okay, it's hot. Do you really think I can lift this?"
Yeah.
They didn't understand. I said, "I just want hot water. That's all I want." They said, "Nobody orders that." I said, "Well, there's always a first."
Yeah. That's funny. I've never heard of anybody ordering hot water.
I love it. My friend Mary from the U.S. Postal Service, we were out dining, and she was drinking hot water. And I said the same thing back then. That's been decades ago. Mm-hmm. But she shared how good it is. And it really is. I feel that the hot water, it just helps to... It helps to get that. I don't know. I just know I lose weight when I consistently drink. Because I do better with the hot water. Yeah. I just feel that it moves whatever needs to be moved throughout your back, because it's warm. But it works for me.
Yeah. I remember my cousin saying something about that a long time ago. And I thought it was strange then, but it was in and out. But you're the second person I've ever heard say that.
And it's soothing.
Yeah. But see, I always have to have something like
right, flavor.
Yeah, yes. I have to have something. You don't have to have the sugar.
Oh no, I don't do the sugar.
You don't have to have the sugar, just the warmness of the tea. I mean,
that's true.
I love that. It relaxes me.
Yes.
As well. So yeah. Absolutely. Girl, you're amazing.
Oh, I think you're amazing.
You're amazing. So,
cheers to us.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. There we go. So let me ask you this. So now, preparing for this event, what do you have to do? I mean, it's huge. So what
for the tea talking together?
Yeah, so you've been working on this for a while, haven't you?
Yes, but it's actually very intimate, because I don't want to speak for the Mustard Seed place, because I know they can get X number in. But for me, the max, it caps out for me at 64 people. Okay. So that's not really...
Not as big as I was expecting.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, because you got the round table and one little space, but I know they can get more in there. Mm-hmm. But it's just an opportunity for women to connect. I mean, I love my tradition where I open the tea with the ringing of the bell. It's tea time. So they like that. And then, there's a singer. And then, of course, I always give some information about the tea. But it's just for women come and just have conversation.
Yeah, I love it.
And they don't have to worry about, everybody's so friendly. I don't know if you've ever been to an event where you didn't really know anyone.
That event I just told you.
You don't really know anyone.
I did know some people.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like that the tables are intimate because I think you can get 8 there, but it's really for 6. So they're intimate. So nobody's back is facing where the stage is. And I've heard some wonderful stories about connections.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about, and because you're a writer, you have a book, and we'll go do commercial break and then we'll come back and talk about that. But have you ever thought about that being a book? It's within itself with the different ladies and maybe them just writing what that tea experience was for them.
Oh, that's a good idea. It could be an anthology of some sort. I hadn't thought about it, no. But it would be, it could be. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be.
I think to see, I like mine, like when I get people to give me a review on Google,
right.
A review. I always ask people that I like, and enjoy it.
Right.
Please tell me on Google, and I'm not going to ask you the same thing. Please tell me on Google what you thought, of the atmosphere and how SKST welcomed you and things like that, because it means a lot, because I want to make sure people, when they come to us, that they feel comfortable.
Absolutely. I
don't want it to
I feel comfortable.
Well, I'm glad you do.
It's nice and warm and cozy.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's the atmosphere we want. We like the family oriented, and we don't just invite anyone. I need podcasters, but I don't need them that bad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I want us to always be able to come in. I can't do anything about the light outside, but
we don't want to go into that. Yeah, I was like, are you here? Is anybody home in here? Because it's dark out there. It is dark out there.
And so, but yes. But at the end of the day, though, I do want people to feel very comfortable and very safe within our, in our building, and we have like security cameras all over everywhere, so you can feel safe. So if you fall down or something, somebody gonna see you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so yeah, I like that, and I like that about what you're doing, because it's helping people. It's helping people.
Women just connecting, and I see more women just relaxing. They're probably, I'm sure they're networking, but everybody's just relaxing, and there's nothing like it as far as I'm concerned. It's nice to go where there's an agenda, but as I share with them, until we have the speaker, you are the speaker. So it's plenty of time for them to connect over food. It's not that we don't have content, we do, but it's just a time to relax. We pray. One of my sponsors get up and speak, and then I do the togetherness moment. And togetherness moment is give one golden nugget from today, and then just stand up and give a golden nugget. And that's their takeaway.
And that's what needs to be in that book. What did they gain from this?
Right.
Absolutely love it. Well, Sebrina, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be back after these messages.
Sounds great.
Dive into the vibrant world of the SKST podcast, where passion meets entertainment. Join us as we explore the dynamic stories that drive Street Grind Entertainment and the creative beats behind Beats by Bro Production. Each episode promises insightful conversations and electrifying moments, celebrating culture and innovation. Tune in and feel the energy as we bring raw talent and unforgettable experiences to your ears.
All right, if you just tuned in, you haven't tuned in too late. You tuned in to the Cammie Grayson Show, and we're in the season for Thanks for Giving. And so I have Miss Sebrina Brown here, and she's given a heart. She's given us fun events to go to, and she's given us books to read. Tell us about your book.
Oh, wow. I wanted to read an excerpt from it, but my book, it was actually written 3 years ago.
Okay.
I started on it. And then I just set it aside. Sometimes, what does the word say? Unto everything, there's a season.
Right.
A time for every purpose under heaven. So I didn't really go with it. But then I decided, you know what? Let me just do a little something different with it. So in the book, I'm not going to read now, but I'm just trying to find it just because. In the book is about becoming the best version of you. That's really what it is.
Okay.
Girlfriend's tea, infusing the best version with you, dealing with triggers, anything with inadequacies, resentment, rejection, all of it. But it's our own self-analysis, just like most self-help books. But what I added that I know is different is because I added a tea time with Sebrina moment, wherein I infuse positivity into the women. And that's my favorite. Tea time with Sebrina. Each tea time with Sebrina features a tea. So it might be Belle of the Ball. So I built the story around Belle of the Ball. It might be Unapologetically Berry. I don't know if I use that one or not. I don't have them all listed in there. So I use the teas and just build a story to encourage the women.
That's great. I've never heard of that.
It's a short story. It's like, one pager. But it's an opportunity, and there's a little journal in the back, just enough for them to write their reflections.
I like it.
Yes. Well, thank you.
That's kind of self-help, right?
Yes.
What do you call self-help? Self-help. Okay, yeah.
Self-help. Self-awareness is self-help, to understand where we are and how we continue to make the same mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
I think about my journey, all the way from Dallas. Then I went to New Orleans, and I went to this state, and I was able to connect with different people throughout all of my travels. And it's amazing because I'm still a phone call away to all the people that, that I touched, and they touched me. And so I had a lady that called the other day, and she goes, well, I was just calling to check on you, and I was like, oh, she was my neighbor, when I was in Missouri. And so we stay in contact. She goes, well, I know it's your birthday, and I didn't get those pomegranates out. Every year she sends me pomegranates.
Okay.
Lots of them.
So why did she get you pomogranates? I'm just curious.
I love pomegranates.
Oh, you pomegranates.
I love pomegranates. Okay. And so she would send them to me. And, wherever I'm at, whatever state I'm in,
right.
I know I'm going to get some pomegranates.
Wow.
And so she was letting me know she was late on the pomegranates.
That's like the her and David pairs that some people always ship, so that's nice.
Yeah, they're so sweet, and wherever she gets them from, I don't know if she's in Missouri, but I think she gets them from like California or somewhere, wherever. I don't know, it's far away, but they're so good.
Oh.
And there's so many that I would have to share, and let people understand, hey, this is good stuff. You can put it in your tea.
Well, she really cares about you because, pomegranates are heavy.
Inexpensive.
They're heavy. They're going to be expensive on that shipping.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful.
And so just think about, how you touched different people in different ways. And that's the thing I like about my life. I love that I'm able to meet people, good people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The good come with the bad, but everyone's not bad, and a lot of times you are able to bring the good out of people.
I also enjoy those one-time moments where you're just maybe traveling and you just connect with someone just for that one time. And then, to just, keep moving. But it's just beautiful. I mean, people, it's just amazing to me.
And it's
we all have something in common.
Yeah.
Something in common.
Last time I was at the airport, a lady had on a pair of Terry Burke shoes, gold medallion, and I looked at her feet, and I was like, I have those. And we started talking from there, Yeah. And so it's just the little things.
It's the little things.
Yes. So what's next for you, Sebrina?
Wow. Well, I'm still doing. I have to get this book done. I've run into some little whatever. Has nothing to do with me. Has to do with the publisher. But I'm going to make sure I handle that part of it. And I can't wait. It was supposed to have been out by now. It's unbelievable.
In its time.
It's unbelievable. But I just said, God, because it's not me. It's just working through that red tape. So I don't know what's next. I know I'm enjoying Tea Talk and Togetherness. I want to focus more on putting more into the tea, branding the tea, brand awareness, and the book, because the tea in the book ultimately will be a package, a gift in a gift box. Do you have
teas on your website?
Yes, I sell tea.
Okay.
Yes, girlfriendstea.net.
Okay. Because I went to your website today, but I didn't get to, I was looking for something, so I was on a mission.
Right.
So I didn't get to enjoy. And I saw all the different ladies and I saw some of the videos. I was like, oh, I got to go back and look.
Right.
At some
That's
of
on you on the about page, but it's a short site. But on the products page is where I have the teas.
Okay.
And I'm proud of my manufacturer. They are excellent.
Nice.
The tea is great quality. They're excellent.
Nice. And see, a lot of people don't think that to do what you're doing, and that's good because it's not. People will find what you're doing and copy you in.
Oh, absolutely.
So
I've had people ask me. There are certain things that you just don't ask people. I would never ask someone who's their manufacturer.
Yeah, but people do.
Yeah, so they've asked, and I just say, well, I don't reveal my manufacturer.
That's a good way to say that.
I don't. But most people wouldn't. Nobody told me. I didn't have an inroad, and I do believe in sharing to the point where it makes it easier for all of us. But there's certain you just don't ask people.
Yeah.
Who's your manufacturer?
Yeah.
No, because then you know their costs.
Yeah.
And you know what they do. No, you go look and let the Lord lead you.
Yeah. My friend always say that.
Yes, let the Lord lead you.
Let them figure it out.
And then I say my advice would be have some creativity, because I know people. I can tell. I don't have to know them. I can tell when people are dealing with my manufacturer because they're not creative enough to change the names of the products. And I'm just like, when you start seeing 4, 5, and 3, I'm like, oh my gosh, I changed my names. Because I wanted to brand them to fit Girlfriend's Tea.
Yeah, exactly. So when I originally invited you, it was for Girl Talk.
Okay.
It was for Girl
Right.
Talk a few months ago, and that's the same thing.
Yes.
It's kind of like Girl Talk. Like what we're doing basically is Girl Talk.
Exactly.
Because we're learning each other. I'm meeting a new friend.
That's
And
right.
so I love it. But at the end of the day, you'll see some of the same branding and I'm
Right.
learning, and I brand.
Right.
You'll see some of that same branding out there right now, and I've only been doing it a couple of years.
Okay.
I've only been doing Girl Talk a couple of years, and now I'm like, so how do you get past that?
Do you get bored easily?
No, I don't get bored. I get tired of seeing my work being duplicated.
Oh, well, you know what?
And so how do you get past
I'm
that?
going to have to, I don't even want to say it on the air, but if somebody's using the same thing that I've coined, and I'm just like, okay, well, the only way you can get past it, you copyright.
Yeah.
And when you see it, you can but everyone needs to understand that a copyright, and I didn't know this, it can be time to end. I'm just looking at the time to end the show. Time to end. Time to end. It could be something with caskets or burial, whatever. But I didn't know that you don't copyright the name. It's the category that you're in. So it can be time to end for a podcast or time to end for burial. But someone else can use it, time to end for anything. So it's
Just
in the category. I thought they had the whole, but I do know that with these major manufacturers, like automobiles, you're not going to get Audi, but in so many categories, because they know there's that name attraction, period.
Yeah.
But you only trademark in the number of categories that you select.
So it makes it hard. But you got to keep going, right?
Yes, it is discouraging to see someone take but I do know several people say that I trademark. They trademark and copyright.
Yeah, it's a job,
But you have to look. But that's what you have attorneys for. I had someone out of Chicago do my initial trademark. So there you go.
Well, that's good. That's good, especially.
Well, only because I interviewed her. And I just gave her the business.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, because stuff like this, I'm telling you, I love it. And to me sit here interviewing somebody else that's doing your teas,
yes,
and and then now I know how you do everything, and this I don't want that interview. You know what I mean? Because I see that it comes from someone who worked really hard to get that.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
But there's several people out there doing the same thing. You just have to trust God and let yours be unique. That's all. And it is enough for everybody.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they say that.
Well, I know what you're
Let's just
saying.
say
I
that.
get it.
I
I
work
get
for the
it.
mall now. You know,
I
malls,
get it.
You know, you got a
But let
same
me
store
tell
that's
you.
trying to open up right next to the store. You know,
Let me tell you one of my favorite. When I recall it, one of my favorite stories. I did not know anything much about entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
I worked for the United States Postal Service for over 35 years. 35 years to be exact. So, and I started when I was 20.
Mhm.
So that was all I ever knew. So the jobs I had prior to then were just, I don't know, part-time jobs or
Mhm.
whatever. I was in college and everything. But I was in the mall, Pembroke Mall. Have you ever been in Pembroke
Mhm.
Mall? Do you remember? I don't even see it anymore. Do you remember when they used to have the nuts out? And you
no,
could smell
I've
the.
only been here 6 years.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You remember being in any mall and they would have the hot nuts?
Mm-hmm.
And you could smell the
Smell
nuts.
the roasting.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Brock's used to be in the malls.
Ross, that's a candy.
Mhm.
Okay. So those nuts were very high. I don't know if they were $5 a pound. I just know whatever it was high.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was in the mall and that kiosk wasn't open. The mall was open, the kiosk wasn't open. Somebody left the door ajar. And I looked down because I was like telling everybody, those nuts, those cashews in the mall are the bomb.com.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you how traumatized I was because they left the door open. Planners. Nothing but planners under a light. I was done. Nothing but these big cans of planters.
Oh
So somebody just took planters nuts and I just put them under a warm light. Unbelievable. I never said anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I told a couple of friends, but it's not like I blasted.
Yeah.
But I just said,
I know
you're
that's
using
hard.
planters and charging us $5. But it's the American way.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
American way. Charging us $5. I don't know what it was. I just know it was expensive.
Oh.
And they're just planters under the light, nice and warm.
Well, Sebrina, as we get ready to wrap up, I want to know if you can give us some words of wisdom. So if it's a young lady out there that needs some validation of what they're trying to do, trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to do something positive for the community like you do, what type of advice would you give them?
You know, I'm glad you said that because I'm going to read a little bit from the book. Then I'm going to talk off the cuff. Is that okay?
Yes, fine.
Well, I got to find a copy of the book first. But I am going to share just a little bit because I love Belle of the Ball. I named the tea Belle of the Ball because it reminds me of what I didn't get growing up. My mother was great raising us, but it just wasn't, I didn't get that. That's all I can say. I didn't get that. And God is amazing in his infinite wisdom to give us what we need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So how much time do we have?
Yeah, a few minutes.
Okay, I didn't want to, I'm not taking long. I just want to make sure it wasn't a matter of seconds.
No.
Okay, so Tea Time with Sebrina after chapter 1, dealing with, self-awareness. Tea Time with Sebrina features Belle of the Ball. So this is how I have it pictured on the site. I know your people
That's
can't
beautiful.
see it.
Can you put that in front of the camera?
Oh, I don't know if they can see it.
Yeah, just get an idea.
An idea, okay.
Yeah, see
It's
that?
not clear, but you can go to girlfriendstea.net and it's there. Okay, so girlfriends. Now, I have a podcast. So I always start out with imaginary that want a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Come join me on the patio. Let me pour you a cup of Belle of Ball tea. With its natural sweetness and floral fruity undertones, this tea is both refreshing and invigorating. Before you introduce yourself to me and our audience, I want to share a golden nugget just for you. Every woman is the Belle of the Ball. So that is an affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ask them, do you believe it for yourself? And then I say, I want you to take a cup and place it high enough on your shelf so you have to reach for it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you reach for it, remind yourself that you are top shelf. So you want to infuse these, and I don't do the best at it myself, but you want to infuse this. So I just be confident in knowing what you do well. Perfect what you do well. It's easier to perfect what you do well than to start something new and try to really build it. And it's okay to do both, but make sure you place emphasis on what you do well. I know what I do well. I know that I speak too fast because I talk fast, but I know that in a trained environment, meaning when I'm presenting, I communicate well. I'm a connector. I love connecting with people. I love connecting people. I love doing events. That's my passion. So there are other areas where I could use improvement. Know where you need improvement.
Exactly.
Know where you're not the best.
Exactly.
So that you can hire someone or get someone to train you in that area. Because we're going to spend most of our time on navigating those things that are not really what we do,
right,
just to save some money. So word of wisdom, affirmations, remind yourself of who you are and look at how you may be sabotaging your own peace by not aligning with those things that you're good at,
right,
so that you can save time. And those things that you're not the best at, go ahead and get some help.
There you go. And it doesn't hurt. A lot of people don't like to say, I can't do it. You can do it with the right training or the right directions. Sometimes people don't like reading directions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will look at YouTube. I'll look at YouTube in a heartbeat, and I'll follow it. And it better be right to a T, because when they miss a step, I can't stand it. I'm like, wait a minute, how did I get from here to there? Now that part I don't like.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's always YouTube. There's always YouTube. I had to learn that from my business partner. He was always saying, you know what? YouTube.
That's right.
YouTube is. So if you don't know, you can get the information out there, and the technology today.
Yes.
You got AI now.
You have AI. Oh,
you got
AI is off the chain.
It is.
It is off the chain.
It is.
It really is.
It really is. And so
you can get a lot. I'm sorry. People just, I met a gentleman before I didn't know anything about AI. Savvy. This might have been 5 years ago. I was like, everybody's talking about AI. He was a martial arts guy, but he said, I've done 11 books in 1 year. And he said it's AI. I just tell it. But he knows his profession enough to change the wording because he understands profession. But he gets all the preliminary out of, how exactly he wants the chapters. And then he goes in and refines it and really makes it his own. But I just said, whoa, it's going to be a lot of authors now.
And it is a lot of authors, musicians, people that just, I do graphic design. And I was saying not too long ago, hey, all this work I used to do used to take me maybe 2 or 3 hours to do one project. I have tripled my productivity as far as my graphic designs.
That's outstanding.
And so, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I love it. Absolutely love it. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
We have to work with it, not against it.
Not against it. That's
there you
my
go.
word. That's my word. Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up. I've had so much fun. I
had fun too. Thank you.
I know I'll see you again for Girl Talk for sure.
Okay.
I know I'll see you again for Girl Talk because you got to come back.
I appreciate that.
And hopefully the book will be done by the time you
Oh
come
my
back
gosh, I'm keeping it upbeat. I've never in my life.
Well, let us know if we can help you with anything on our end, because that's what we're here for. We work together, we network together,
right?
Because it takes a village.
A village,
right?
That's right.
So, okay, guys,
I appreciate it, Kim.
If y'all have any questions whatsoever, her information is down at the bottom, and then you can also, again, you're going to see this on YouTube anyway. SKST Productions. You're probably already looking at it from YouTube, but SKST Productions, and just look for Sebrina Brown's name, and she's the pretty lady that has the hair going like this.
And she's the pretty lady that has the hair going.
And with the teacup going up on her page, and she got all those cool things going on. Beautiful event. Please, if you haven't gotten your tickets or you booked already.
No, we're not booked. December 6th, Tea Talking Togetherness at the Mustard Seed Place, 340 High Street in Portsmouth, downtown Portsmouth. Girlfriends with an S, T.net. Go there, $55, $65. Very affordable.
Yes. And you're going to get some fun. You're going to have some
fun. You're going to have some big
networking.
Big fun. And just come and give me a hug.
See, she likes hugs. I like hugs too.
Yes.
All right, guys. Until next time, right here, SKST Radio. Thank you for giving. Thank you for giving.
Thank you.